Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Michael and today I'm talking about everything new in iOS 12.2 Beta 4. So the first thing that is new is we finally get a new icon. So this is the first time in any iOS 12.2 beta in the last few weeks that we've actually seen a new icon, and it took till beta 4 till Apple released this new news icon that you can see right here on my home screen. So they are replacing it with a white background with a squared off red colored N. Now this is actually kind of interesting because, as you may remember, back in the iOS 8 days, I think it was iOS 8.4.1 when Apple changed over the music icon from the regular red background with a white color music note to a white background with a colorful music note. They did that just before they released Apple Music. And I think Apple's doing the exact same thing with the news application because, as you may remember, the background was colored and now they're changing it to a white color background, and all the rumors are pointing towards that Apple will be announcing a new subscription-based news service coming up here at the end of March at their event. So this is actually kind of interesting, and now we can kind of see into kind of what Apple was doing. They kind of had your iTunes purchases and your regular news in pretty much colored icons, and then as they switched over to a subscription-based service, as iTunes purchases switched over to Apple Music, the icon turned white, and the same thing with news now. So that is kind of interesting that they keep that going throughout the different apps, and it is showing in the icons. So another change is in Control Center, and as you may have guessed, Apple changed up the Apple TV remote widget once more. And the majority of the changes for the rest of this video are actually in Control Center. So the first one is there is a slightly different taptic feedback on your iPhone depending on which widget you press on. So if you 3D touch on the home widget, it only gives you one vibration. But if you 3D touch on the Apple TV widget, you can see, or you can't see, I can feel it in my hand, it gives you two quick little vibrations, whereas when you press on the home widget, it's one strong vibration. So I guess Apple does this so when you're not looking at your phone, you might be able to feel which widget is which based on the taptic engine. And this is kind of useful because sometimes you want to quickly open something and you're not completely looking at exactly which icon you want to open. So that is a nice little change. Also, we have a new icon inside Control Center. So the Apple TV widget has changed from just saying Apple TV to now a little icon that is representative of the Siri remote that you get whenever you buy an Apple TV. So that is pretty cool. I like that icon a lot better than just it saying Apple TV. One more change in Control Center is no more when you have a 3D touch enabled device do you actually have to 3D touch on some of the toggles to get the page to open. So you can just tap on the Apple TV widget and it opens. You don't have to 3D touch on it. You can tap on the home widget and it just opens. I know this because I pretty much use this home widget maybe 30 times a day, and every time I open Control Center I just want to tap on it, and it feels kind of like Apple was forcing us to use 3D touch where we really didn't need to use it, because all you need to do is just tap on it to open it. And I kind of get it for some of the toggles. If you want to open brightness, you press harder, but I shouldn't have to do that just to open a page like home. So I'm glad Apple added that. You can of course still 3D touch on it to open it, but now you can access the same page just with a single tap. So that is pretty nice. And the final change here is actually from Reddit. I found this from a guy as I was scrolling through my Reddit feed on the new iOS beta. Apparently when you are streaming something to your Apple TV and you go into your widgets on your AirPlay screen, there are apparently some new controls here on the page where you see your music playing in your widgets. So that is pretty cool. And one more change I forgot to throw in here, if there weren't enough changes to the Apple TV widget, I just checked my other iPhone that was running beta 3, and this microphone button and the TV button are flipped now. So I think this is the home button and this is the dictation button. In beta 3, those buttons were flipped. So in beta 4, the dictation button is now on the left. So very small changes, and I feel like the only big changes we're seeing in iOS 12.2 are changes to the Apple TV widget, which is kind of cool. I guess they're putting a lot of effort into small details of the operating system, and I just wish they'd change a little bit more beta to beta, because these tiny little changes changes, aren't really enough for what we want to see in iOS. Hopefully we can see a dark mode though in iOS 13. That is where we will see all the big changes. But you guys can tell me in the comments what you think of this. What do you think of the new news icon? Personally, I'm a fan. I kind of like the white background, just like I liked the music icon as they changed it back in iOS 8. But you can tell me in the comments below what you think. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael, and I'll see you in the next video.